Taurus, how you doing? So I've restarted your video twice. I'm actually not going to channel for you guys. There was some very strange click energy that seemed to come up through the monthlies around it, and a lot of it was ultimatums and stuff like that, and a clique and a group and a society and forming it, and something to do with the form room, and like forming a clique and a group and a society that are against certain things, and for and against, and something to do with courts, some definite big energies of Libra and Leo that you had in your chart, that you had in your reading. But I'm sorry, but I'm stopped the camera and I'm starting again. Something to do with camera, Liam, Cameron, or Cam. But again, if you're a Sagittarius, if you are a Taurus, you can watch this as also a Sagittarian of 5. Okay, it's relating to a lot of things that was also in the Aries reading. So if you know anybody that is an Aries and also Scorpio, because of those placements, if you get very confused and you watch this channel and you don't know what it's about, then the video that is provided below for you that explains about numerology and stuff like that will probably explain a lot for you that will help, hopefully. Okay. But that is a free video and it is provided below, and it's basically about numerology and numbers and how to pretty much work out the patterns, okay? But yeah, there seems to be a lot of this very strange rotten energy, or Rotterdam or Amsterdam or Rotterdam or rotten, something going off, someone going off someone. You got off on Libra energies and also Sagittarian, but like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But to be honest, I'm not going to channel for you guys. I'm sorry. Channel 4, something to do with Scorpio or Aries, which would be 4. But yeah, let's just see what the external energies are going on around you. If you want to watch your monthly, if you haven't found it, just take a look at your monthly and see how that was. But big Leo, Libra energies, messages of the same of a clique that are relating to any of those: a group, a society, and a clique. Okay, but let's see. So what's the external energies that are going on around Taurus? We changed up your readings. I'm going to look into the external energies around you, and then we're going to start to look into your weekly for June, and then we're going to look into the singles, people that are single, and then if you're partnered up or with people, then we're going to look at how they think and feel about you. We're going to try and break the energy down. External, weekly for yourselves, and then anybody else involved, singles, and then how your partner thinks and feels about you, and try to get through some messages here. So let's have a look at the external energies that's going on around Taurus, please. The external energies that are going on around Taurus. So Nine of Swords, something to do with the dragon here. But yeah, someone's stressed out, worried, or panicking, or fearing, or something to do with that. Fear and loathing, or like, I don't know. Someone's worried, someone's stressed out. You've got huge Virgo kind of energies around you as well here. I nearly said Sagittarius, Taurus. But yeah, there's someone that's worried about this dragon person or this dragon energy, okay? But quite a few of you out there are that. Let's see, what's going on around Taurus, please? What's going on around Taurus? Taurus, show me the energies of what's going on around Taurus. Taurus. Yeah, waiting. Someone's just like toying with a person is what I feel. Is like toying with a person is that they're in the background and they're trying to come forward, but they're very aggressive and very angry. So somebody is around someone's energy here, and this person is just feeling the fact that they are, but they're kind of like just waiting because they know. It's kind of like, I know. It's kind of like, I already know. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting, but I know that you're in the background there. Okay. So it's a very strange energy around you, and this is why to be honest, I just kind of want to get through your reading as quick as possible and move on to the next one. I do apologise, Taurus, you can probably see that in my demeanour that something is not quite right. Tina, or the name Tina, but something obviously about my demeanour is not quite right, and it is in your energy, and it feels as if something is in the background that is really going on that is not right here, and someone is blaming someone because they're not in their right, which means that someone, probably like myself, speaks out my mouth and not my arsehole, and because I do, other people have this bad opinion of somebody here, and it's something about that this energy is in the background, but it is not physically there. Do you know what I mean? It's like metaphysically there, and it just feels as if like I'm constantly like this person's trying to like intimidate me. It's a feeling. It's not there. It's just like this feeling of a person that's trying to intimidate me. Now there might be someone that is in your energy that's intimidating you, but your messages are so much around like a cliquey, don't want to be there, don't really want to be involved kind of thing, around Stephen King or around me, and I don't want you involved with Stephen, and I don't want Steve's thing in order to affect my thing, or my thing isn't their thing and your thing isn't my thing, and it's just Stephen King and me. See, this is why I backed off twice. Someone's obviously got a problem with me, but I'm still, again, I'm on here like doing the same thing. Right, anyway, let's leave it. Let's see what's going on externally around Taurus. But you can also be a Sagittarian or someone that has that in their chart, that has a beef with somebody here. Let's see. But you definitely got Libra and Leo energies. Okay. As a feeling around and a click. Like, I just know that this person's in the background doing something, and they're trying to make me feel as if I'm intimidated here. Intimidation. Some people use intimidation as a tool, okay, to get what they want, which means that they've intimidated someone, but they've actually found that this person's walked off from them and they don't like it. Which means, no, I'm leaving it all behind. I'm just going to walk off and away from you. I ain't got time to listen to all of your nonsense and bollocks. I'm actually leaving you behind. I'm not really bothered about this. I'm not bothered who you are or where you are or whether it's a feeling or an actual person. But to be honest with you, I do not want fear putting into my head. And to be honest, I don't really care. So I'm just walking away from the energy and trying to leave you in the past here. So it's kind of like not even a let bygones be bygones. It's kind of, but somebody here is still in this background here, like making people fear things, like making you fear things. Like I'm fearful to approach you now, or like because of so much fear, I don't want to be around this energy now. So you know, if you've seen people like falling off and dropping off like flies, it's kind of people that are not really interested in being intimidated and being like, can really be bothered with the fucking energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because here, like your external energy and what we're looking into, it doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. So it's a lot of confusion, and it's a lot of like feelings of paranoia, but paranoia can be set off by Chinese whispers, and it can be groups and societies that are all formed certain opinions against people. And because they have now, it's kind of like they're kind of seeing people walk away from them, that I don't want a part of this fear. I don't want to be a part of this circle. You know, your circle's your circle, my opinion's mine and yours is yours. But what's mine is mine, and I will keep it, and I will just leave you behind. So you've kind of got this person where, say if you're at home or whatnot, and they keep talking to you about things that are like of panic and fear and all of that. You're kind of like, you know what, I really don't want to be having fear put into my head. You know, I don't want all these things implanted into my like subconscious stuff. Like I don't want to be conscious or subconscious of the energy. I just don't really want to be a part of it. Like I really don't. This is why I'm leaving. Like I'm just going to leave it and not bother. Right. That seems to be an external energy for you guys. Like it feels so disturbing. Like it really does. And for me to channel for it, I'm really struggling to like, that's what I'm saying. I know, I'm not stupid, you know, but it's also that, you know, it's that feeling of like, I know I'm not stupid, I'm not daft, right, energy here. And these are clicks. They are clicks. That's all I can really explain it. It's that people are forming like a society and a clique of people, and within that group it doesn't feel welcome. Like I don't feel as if I fit in with this group. I don't feel as if I fit in here. And it's an energy of being somewhere, right? Being somewhere physically, Taurus or Sagittarius, but it's a feeling of like, okay, we've got a group, right, and we've got something going on. But people are not wanting to be there, right? They're not wanting to be a part of it. They're not wanting, they feel as if it's more uneasy energy than anything else. So this might be where some people in life, they might start to see people walking away from things because they don't want fear putting in their head. They actually want peace, quiet, tranquility, nothing that is very like dynamic that's going on in their life and a lot of negativity. They just kind of want leaving alone right here. Just leave me alone. Leave me out of it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not waiting for you to, in order to, you know, it's kind of like that you go somewhere or people have been coming to you right here, right? And they've been coming to you, say, and there's that much kind of like anxiety and then a feeling of like, man, this just feels rotten. It just doesn't feel right. Something feels very suspicious and very off. And because it does, I don't actually like being around you. Like I don't like being around you. So because I don't like being around you when you're aggressive or when you're angry or when you're frustrated or when you're fed up, I'm just going to leave you to your own device. Like you do whatever you want, but I do not want to be around that because it makes me feel very uncomfortable when you start getting very angry, very aggressive and everything else, and you implant more fear into my head. I would rather really be a part of a different group. I don't fit in here, right? I don't fit in. Because it's kind of like when you start talking to a person, right, through their day, they can take that out on someone else, right? If they get very angry and very fed up and frustrated through fear, they can start to take that out on someone else. Now, through the Aries reading, right, theirs was a lot about a time shift and around how time alters through people's work, through their workload. It shifts, it alters the dynamic of soul group, which means that it stops a lot of people from manifesting and getting what they want because somebody in their life, they're say you have a group of something and then one of these people, their time shifts, which means that they have shift work. So they go to work, so on and so forth. That dynamic, when that person isn't there, they have a group member of a person, right? So they're like, oh, sorry, I can't make it. I can't make it because it feels like odd and off when I'm there on my own. I don't really like being there on my own, just with you. I like, you know, I don't want, what on earth is it around this energy that's making me feel so uneasy? So uneasy. Empathically, it's just a clique, a group. You know, I don't want to be a part of the group. I feel that when I'm there, I don't feel like I fit in, like I'm wanted. You're putting fear into my head. And if people start dropping off like flies, it's because they don't want shouting and screaming at. They don't want shouting and screaming at. They don't want someone that's going off their head and off their nut. Right? So say if you're at home and stuff like that and you're kind of like around a person but you just feel that they've got such negative energy, you're more of a seven of pentacles, which means that I, you know, like a chariot, 7. I don't really want a part of that. That's why I'm leaving. You know, I'm left and I'm leaving because I don't want to be a part of the 9 of Swords. I don't want to be around you when you're like tired, anxious, you know, full of anxiety or frustrated and fed up and tired. I don't want that. But if somebody starts to take that out on a person and they get very aggressive and very angry because they're not getting what they want, like they can't control people, when a person starts to realise they can't control another person or their channel or something, when they can't control what other people do, if they start getting very angry and very outwardly projection of like blame and fear, because of that they worry that people are going to leave, right? So they start to question people's reality, right? Which means that I'm questioning your reality of why it is that you're leaving. Why is that? Is everything okay? And you're like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, well, no, but what's wrong? Is it nothing? Nothing is wrong. Are you sure? Because you're acting a little bit out of sorts. You're acting a little bit out of character. Now, if someone was lying and stuff like that and they did something for a start and they don't admit that, you know, 9 is always control because it can be a 9 of Wands, right? So it's kind of like that people around you at this time, they don't seem to be getting on very well with people because they don't know something, because it never really came into fruition. It was not a 10. It was kind of a feeling that's been around you that you've been going to or doing something, and it's kind of like, man, you seem to like be very aggressive at this time over something. And why is that? Like, why is it that I feel like I don't fit in or pushed out, or actually don't feel as if I really want to be a part of this anymore? Right here. And there you have the energy of Sagittarius. It just came up, but 4 or 5 cards flipped over and I didn't really shuffle. But Sagittarius is poking its head there, But like I said, as a 5, you would also be able to relate with a Sagittarian energy. Okay, but let's see. Taurus, what's going on externally around Taurus? There you go, 7, Cancerian. So I'm leaving. I don't want to be a part of this crap anymore. I don't know. Well, not crap. It can just mean that I don't want to be around people that are aggressive. I don't want to be around people that are going to implant fear into my head, because I actually want to feel positive about my life in the direction that I'm taking it in. So I can pretty much do, say, go wherever I want, when I want. I can turn up when I want. I can leave when I want. I can pretty much not set into a contract with anybody in life. So I'm free to travel. I'm free to leave. I'm free to go whenever I want. So I don't know if there's anything around like prison or something like that, and it's like, look, you're free to go whenever you want. So somebody basically, like, this can either be like the Spanish Inquisition or someone that is being questioned here, right? Is what I'm picking up. Of well, you're free to go whenever you want. You don't have to be here. You're free to go whenever you want. You're like, well, okay, I'm going to go then. I am going to leave. So it's kind of like this thing that's been going on around you where, I don't want to be a part of this, because this thing could well be me. I'm just letting you know that this thing could well be me, because this is my life path number, right? But it's kind of like, look, to be honest, I don't really want to be a part of all of this drama. I really do not want to be a part of all of this fear that you're trying to intimidate me into feeling something that I may not know, because a 9 never really is ever told. It's just a feeling, right? So it's kind of like, look, I have a really bad feeling about this situation. I was never really told the truth, to be honest. It's more of this feeling of knowing. I just know something is going on in the background here, because it is, right? So it's like, I just know that something dark is going on around me that I feel, but I don't know, and I don't want to be a part of that darkness. I'm not Ozzy Osbourne, right? So, I don't want to be a prince or whatever. I don't want to be a part of the energy of darkness. It might be a Capricorn energy, maybe, but I don't want to be around darkness. I actually go more towards things that actually make me feel more accomplished and better and welcome. So if I'm not welcome here, then to be quite honest with you, I'm not really bothered about being in this state of mind. I don't want to be around you when you're in that state of mind. I don't want to be around you when you are full of fear and anxiety and panic and worry, and then you start blaming me for not being here for you. I'm not going to be here for you and on your side when you're going through this. Why on earth would I be? Right? So what I'm picking up is this energy of like fear that's been implanted into someone's head of darkness to make them fear them. Right? I'm making you fear me, but it is also just a feeling. It is also, like I said, it is just that feeling. Hello Taurus, sorry about that. That was just the hospital that had called, because I've got so many appointments coming up about the sleep apnea thing that it's unreal, and then the second jab of the coronavirus, and then something to do with my cholesterol, also another appointment. So I've got so many appointments. So your reading is absolutely spoiled, but I'm going to keep it up. Yeah, there's something around your external energy here that is, like I said, it's more fear implanted stuff, because it is actually not communicating. So it's kind of like this energy of where people are probably leaving and they're not been turning up on time, or they're not been turning up, or someone's not been getting things out on time. And it might have something to do with someone's shift work or working in general. Okay, and someone really hasn't been there for a person, which means, I'm sorry, but I'm not been there for you all the time. Or someone that might be blamed for that. Let's have a look at this 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 3 of Wands, yeah. It's somebody that is in the background there. It's like a metaphysical confusion of like darkness, if I'm honest. Like someone that just feels that in the background things really ain't right with a person here. And it's causing more fear and anxiety. But not anxiety, it's just like frustration and getting fucking fed up and like, oh, to be honest, I don't really want to be a part of that clique. You see, this can also be a clique, because it's a drama triangle. And I'm not going to sit here, keep waiting on people to make me feel as if I'm to blame or feared for something. So, because 3 can always be in the background, because there's more metaphysical stuff there. Because none of this really, to be honest, when you're reading cards and looking at it, does it really make any sense, right? And because it don't, that's the feeling of the reading. Is that this just doesn't make sense. Like, it don't make sense. I can't make sense of your energy. Like, you know, or someone's like, it doesn't make any money. Like, we're doing all of this and it's not making any money. It's not making any sense. Like, and frustration of, I don't know, you know. What's the Seven of Pentacles been for around them? 8 Leo energy also, an Aquarian possible, but communicating now, which means that somebody's been communicating as if to say, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be around that. 8, 9, 10, 11, which is 2 of Wands, so you're looking at Libra energies. And it's kind of like people have been told to leave. That's what I'm saying. 7 here is like leaving, and 8 is people being told to leave. Right? Now, if people have not been told to leave, then somebody here has been leaving. That's what I'm saying. They've been going. And somebody can't work out why people are not around a person here. It's because I don't want to be around the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. I don't want to be a part of that triangle. I don't want to be a part of that clique. I don't want to be a part of that group. So people have either, one, been told to leave because they're part of a group, which means that I've been telling people, because you can't be going to another gym, or you can't be going to another place of work. You've got to be with us. You have to stay with us. You can't go outside of it. You have to stay with us. So people have been making their own mind up here to think, well, I can pretty much do what I want. I can spend my money, I can spend my time, and if I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting my energy and I'm wasting my money, then I'm going to go and seek it elsewhere, because I don't seem to be getting through to any energy here, because all that seems to be doing is making you feel confused and anxious and angry. And because it is, then I don't really want to concentrate on anger all the time, because if I'm always concentrating on anger and people that are very aggressive around me, then why do I want to be around that? Because all that's going to do is stop me from feeling good about myself here. So you've kind of got this where, like, people feeling as if other people are trying to stop them from what they want to do. Control, right? The Chariot. I'll swap this around in a minute, Taurus, for you, because there's other messages here. The Chariot. Yeah, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But basically, it's about, is my time and my effort really worth spending with this 9 of Swords and this 3 of Wands? Because, like I said, it can be where someone has such a nervous, and like when you're around them, because there's no signs of communicating apart from someone that's just been basically saying, I ain't a part of this group anymore, and I am not a part of this team. And there is no T in I or I in team, but there's definitely an A in whole. So I'm not going to be in a dark hole, I'm off. Right. So basically, if there hasn't really been so much communicating with you, it's a feeling of knowing that somebody has bad energy, And because they do, this is an energy of where, one, either people have been told to get out because of something to do with this dragon energy here, right? I don't know. But fear. They just keep saying fear. Like, I want you to fear me, or it's kind of like someone trying to bend like people to do what they want them to do, but when they don't, they get angry. And then when people leave of their own accord, they wonder why people have left on their own accord. And why is it that people don't want to listen to the 9 of Swords and the 3 of Wands? Because, like I said, it can even just be a feeling that when you're around someone, you just know that they've got a lot of bad energy around them, and that it's really not like helping me, it's actually more of a hindrance, that's it. It's not a help, it's a hindrance. Like, I want to go towards something that's going to help me, not something that's not going to help me. Or I want to be around someone that is physically helping me, and like, because it can be physical or metaphysical, because I'm kind of getting very confused around both of the energies, right? Is that metaphysically, it's someone's metaphysically ill, right? Metaphysically ill. But because of that, it could have been around fear and anxiety and like metaphysically making someone go off their nut by implanting fear into something, and then like a clique forms fear into something, and then they just sit back and wait for their return of someone to start showing signs of going mad. And because that might be the overall plan of that, I've basically been conjuring up some kind of energy that is then going to make this person look as if they're going mad. Because I really keep picking up the energy of like gaslighting, of gaslighting, because that's the feeling, and it is kind of here. It's like, you know, I am someone to be feared and respected, and when I'm not, then if you don't respect my authority, then basically, you know, you can leave and get out. But then a person wonders why no one actually really wants to be around that energy here, right? And then you've also got this energy of just a metaphysical one around you here, which is like, you know, I'm like metaphysically ill because I've got loads of stuff going on around me, and then I implanted that as an idea into people's head to watch out for the other person going mad here, which means that, you know, I'm basically just putting all of this stuff into their head and then sitting back waiting for them to start showing signs that something is wrong with them, when there isn't. There is nothing wrong with this energy. It's coming from here of fear, and it's a clique formed society group that make, you know, like I said, when you have Chinese whispers, right, because I'm picking up the Chinese dragon energy here, but when you have like Chinese whispers and people don't quite know, somebody can set off something around fear and implant that into someone's head and sit back and wait for the return of other people, which means, okay, if I make this person slightly look mad, I'll end up getting everything back and I'll win, right here. So, but because of strange psychic energy and it being metaphysical, it's more of a knowing than not really knowing. Do you know what I mean? Because this in my book should normally be you, but it's Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn energy. But because it's all wrapped up into an energy of confusion and also leaving, it's got people that are leaving places, and then people can't understand why people are leaving. Like, why is it that people that are leaving then here? It's because people are not on the same page. Nobody in life is always on the same page. That's why. Not everybody is on the same book, not everybody's on the same chapter, and not everybody in life will read the same book as everybody else. So if it's religion and stuff like that, not everybody believes in religion, right? Because I believe that what believe says is a lie. Anything of belief and believe and life is a lie, right? And people have had this for a while that have come up through the monthlies, is because people believe in something that they do, right? That they do. And then other people believe in something else, and then some people get very tetchy and very pissed off the fact that someone doesn't believe in them anymore, right? Or doesn't believe in their way anymore. Like, well, you just stick to the same way. I'd rather do something else, like, you know, here. I want to move on with my life. I want to find something that is stable in it, not unstable energy. So, I don't know what is around you. Okay, so Taurus, if you are in partnership, this could well be, like I said, around your partner, where they are stressed out and worried and their workload is changed, their timeline is changed because their shift work has changed and they're now working, say, 9 hours or like 8 or 7 hour shifts, but they're working like long hour shifts. And because they do, that alters other people that are in groups' timeline. Because if a person can't be there for work, I'm not there on time, I can't make it, you know, we can't make it into a group because I'm at work. You know, my partner's here and I have to like start doing other things in my life because time is shifted because of an energy of someone's work. Right? Their work and their boss pretty much alters their timeline, and everybody else's timeline that's involved in groups and soul groups is because a boss can just say, okay, we need you to work an extra 2 hours. That alters a partner or friend's timeline because they make plans to meet up and speak. And because they do, then that alters another person's timeline that alters the whole dynamic of timelines, right? People are not supposed to get what they think, right? Because that's just manifesting. That's spirit that will stop you from having everything that you feel as if you need or want, because time will be changed by a person. So someone will say, okay, I just need you to stay behind work for an extra hour. But if I had gone home an extra hour, something in my life could have happened. But because my boss asked me to stay behind, I was never involved in that forward energy of an hour. I've been caught behind for an hour, right? So then I have to now ring up family, ring up a friend, ring up a partner, change the timeline. That'll alter this person's timeline, and then destiny starts to be played out of people that die, people that don't die, people that get better work, people that get better things, people that get things, and people that don't. It's altered by shift work, right? Shifting time, shifting reality. It only works by bosses and people shifting other people's time. We all shift within time of individual people that shift our timeline, right? It alters how long it is. You know, okay, I'm going to go out now, okay, but I'm just going to quickly do something, blah, blah, blah. Time is very weird, right, here. But I'm going to do a video around that, I feel, for a lot of people. But to be honest, I feel as if I'm actually done everybody's head in through that. And then the phone went off, and then it cut off, and then I was blurting out loads of stuff. I don't really want to be around your energy and actually like give you messages of stuff. And oh man, what a mess reading. But anyway, let's have a look. Taurus. So what they got coming up for the first week of June? For the first week of June for Taurus, what have they got coming up? So the sun is here, Leo energy. So if you're in a good standing with your partner, you're happy at home, you're happy wherever you are. You're happy and you know it. Yes, you are, Lars or Laura. But you're happy and you know it. Okay, Taurus. Some of you are trying to build up the relationship in a family dynamic and forgive, which means that the only way that I can ever start to move forward is forgive the energy and continue to move forward here. Some of you are happy in your relationship. You've just got like stress going on with work here or family. Some of you have been waiting to pay off a car loan. Let's see, Taurus for their week, for the first week of June. For Taurus, Nine of Wands. See, this is why I feel these very goddamn strange energies around you. Taurus or Sagittarius. And you've also got like a Virgo-y energy as well. But this can be a sociopath. It can be a sociopath, empath, psychopath. Right? But again, the energy of the sun is someone that builds the energy up to destroy people's hopes and dreams. Right? So it can be a sociopath. It can be, the energy means that I am limelight. I am everything. I am out there. And I am full of energy and full of beans, but I can't control my energy. And because I can't control my energy, you're kind of coming across as a 5, which is like a Sagittarian energy, right? Of like, I can't control my energy and I can't control it, and I can't control it. And then because I can't control it, I get very frustrated and pissed off and wonder why the energy is coming across as a sociopath energy here, right? It's because someone can have like, oh hi, and like be very, very, very like fiery and everything else, and all out in the crowd and the limelight, and want all of the limelight and want all of the attention and everything else. And when they don't get it, that might be where they kind of like get very frustrated and very fed up, and then, you know, start to wonder why these past energies here are actually starting to be the future energy of like people thinking, you know what, I really don't want to be around anybody that's goddamn controlling in life, because if you are, you're actually going to make me feel uncomfortable. So if you see anybody around you that seems to be leaving, it's because of sociopath energy, right? Here. Like I said, people with sociopath energy, they can have like a strong opinion, also like a Taurian energy, of a strong opinion against going against the grain of society. We have a problem with the coronavirus. Not saying you're a sociopath, but we have a problem with all of this. We have a problem with authority. We have a problem with the government. We have a problem with this, and we have a problem with you, and we have a problem with you, and a problem with you. And if you're deciding to do that, well, then I have a problem against that you should or shouldn't be doing this. And I have a problem with people that do that too. And I have such a problem, the fact that people might be thinking, fuck that noise. That seems to be nothing but a problem for me to try and figure out. And because I can't figure it out, you just carry on doing whatever it is that you want in the background. But I am not going to be around somebody that's causing more confusion. And like, because this energy, if this is a sociopath energy, they can be very violent. They can get very angry, right? And very, 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 very angry. And because they do, or Gary, the name Gary, but they get very angry. And when they get very angry, then you can find yourself bending over to their will because they have a strict regimen. Right. So that came up in the Aries, Reggie, the name Reg or Reggie, or like regimented, like structure is like, right, you're all going to do this now, right? You're all going to do this. This is what I'm saying. This comes, this goes, this is how it is, this is what's happening, do it, right? No. I think your energy started off at the beginning of no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that just because you're telling me I can't. I'm not going to do that just because you're telling me that I should. I'll do what the fuck I want. Energy here. You will not control me, right? You're not going to control me here. So this could be in the family. This could be in the soul group energy also. Family, right? Because I'm really picking up that somebody gets very aggressive, and that they can, like, I don't know, like if you don't tell them something, right? They get like, because you don't tell them something, and you're like, what now? What on earth now? I'm trying to avoid you, not actually be around you. That's why. I'm giving you clear signs of your intuition. Is that I'm trying my best to not actually be around you. But then people can get very frustrated when people are not around them. Because they get frustrated because they can't control people. So then because of that, they can get very frustrated and very angry at people that they can't control. Here. And you've got it. And to be honest, man, I've done nothing but try to like get through your energy and move away from it, to be honest. And I feel that I'm trying to move away from your energy and not moving further towards anything that is very controlling in my life here. Okay, Taurus, so I'm sorry about your reading being very, like, I don't know, just like cutting off and stuff like that. But I feel this nervous, weird energy around you at this time. But like I said, it can also be a Sagittarian energy. Okay, so anyway, if you want to watch the rest of your reading, it only goes to the full access bundle, but this is where I'm going to continue on with your actual weekly reading. Then we're going to look at singles and do another spread for singles. And then I'm going to look how your partner physically thinks and feels about you. Because if you are in partnership and your external energies are other things, that'll hopefully separate the reading with how your partner thinks about you. But I'll try and work it out. But reading for yourselves, a reading for singles, and then a reading for how your partner thinks and feels about you. And if that is pissed off and frustrated and what they're kind of trying to tell you without telling you, I will also give you that reading, okay? So that's going to be over on the other side, but it will only be on the full access bundle. You can find all links provided below, and you also get the angel radio music as well that comes out, but you have to sift through them because I can't organise Patreon, so they're all over the place, okay? But if you sift through them, you find other readings, yearly readings, weeklies, bi-weeklies, whatever. But like I said, you also get some of the music now that I do. It's MP3, and you can look at it and then click on it and download it because it has an attachment of the actual MP3. So you can download it and put it on your phones or whatever you do. But it's also another thing that's over there. And then next week, we'll probably look at something different for the weeklies. But everything from now on only goes to the full access bundle tier. Thank you so much, Taurus, and I will hopefully see you over there.